Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are to be lesson 1. Now, today with vocabulary, we're going to look at phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs. Now, we normally use phrasal verbs when we speak with people we know, that is in informal settings. And we use them every day. A lot of you use them every day. We normally have a verb, and this is how they are made up of verbs. We normally have a verb with a particle. So we have a verb, and then with what we call a particle. I will explain what a particle is. Now, when we say a particle, we usually mean a preposition or an adverb. So this is what we mean by a particle, a preposition or an adverb. Now, so if I use a word, and we use them every day, if I use a word that is a preposition, normal difference between preposition and adverbs are that prepositions have objects. So they answer the question what, because objects are nouns. So for nouns, we ask the question what. But adverbs, in this case, they will ask questions about where. Where. Okay. So let's look at some examples. Let's look at examples here. Maybe I have a word like we always use this every day. Log in. You can see that log is the verb, and then in is what? Is a particle or an adverb. It tells us where. Or log out is another phrasal verb. So we use a verb particle. Sometimes we can have maybe three parts phrasal verbs, but we are looking at only two now. So this is what we talk about. And we can have other examples, like if I say hold on, like wait, I say hold on. If I say hold on, just like saying wait. Or if I get up in the morning, you use the word get up always. We use this always, get up. Or I say turn on the TV, turn on the TV, or turn on or turn off the TV. So these are examples. So we look at more of these. Let me just clear this, and then we look at them. Let's first read what is here. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are used in spoken and written English, especially in informal situations. That is people we know normally. You already know some basic phrasal verbs. For example, you wake up in the morning. So you can see the phrasal verbs here. Wake up in the morning and put on your clothes. These phrasal verbs are at A1 and A2 level. However, the ones you will need to learn at B2 will be harder than these because their meaning will be less obvious and their meaning will not be clear. Now, Objective First will give you regular help in learning phrasal verbs. In your vocabulary notebook, you can organize them. You can arrange your phrasal verbs by topic. For instance, you can say something like, these are phrasal verbs about fashion and clothes. Or you can also arrange them by verb. You can take the verb go and then give us all the phrasal verbs we can get using the word go, the verb go. Or you can use them by particle. That's what I mean by adverb or by preposition. So like, for instance, the word out, like go out, for instance. Okay, it's an example. So now, let's look at some exercises about this. Let's try match some meanings, some of these, the words and then the meanings. Yes. So I think this will do. Yeah. So let's look at this. We have here match them to the definitions. We have to match this to the definitions. These are the definitions. So now we can see that. Let's look at the first one. A. This is the meaning. This is the definition. So if we say, for instance, be easy to see or notice, which one is be easy to see or notice? Which of these phrasal verbs here is be easy to see or notice? Yes. So we can see that the answer will be the stand out. So this will be the answer, stand out. Let me just type A here. So A, be easy to see or notice means something that stands out. Now pause the recording for some minutes, complete the rest before you look at the answers. Now let's look at the answers. So these are the answers. You can see all the answers here. So you can see A is stand out as we've done, and these are the rest of the answers. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I is down here. So yes, you can now see all the answers. A is stand out. So B is put together. That is to create something by joining or combining different things. Means you put them together. That is it. Okay. So let's now look at another good. So now let's look at another activity now. We have here some phrasal verbs. Let me make this a little bit big for you to see. Now, some phrasal verbs. Many phrasal verbs. Many phrasal verbs contain irregular verbs. Now, some of the phrasal verbs have irregular verbs. Be careful with past tense forms. So the Cambridge Learner Corpus shows what exam candidates often make. The Cambridge Learner Corpus shows that exam candidates often make mistakes with these. Okay, so an example here is I took off my coat and sat down. It's not I taked because the past of take is took. Okay, so you must know your irregular verbs if you are to form correct phrasal verbs. So I took off my coat and sat down, not I take off my coat and sat down. So we have here the first one is correct, whereas the second is not. Okay, the first one is correct, the second is not correct. Now let's scroll up a little and look at some other exercises. Now we have here complete the sentences. Now phrasal verbs with go. Complete the sentences with a phrasal verb with go. Use the correct form of go and an adverb or preposition in the box. So these are the adverbs and prepositions, and this is the verb go. We say phrasal verbs have two parts, the verb and then the adverb or the preposition. So let's look at these exercises. We have an example has been done for us. The new shop has some great swimwear. I went in there yesterday for the first time. So we use the word go, but we need to change this word go to the past because of yesterday. Because of yesterday, we need to change this to went. Okay. So now we have to take the verb, so we change it to many to the different form, the correct form. Now let's look at A. The prices of leather bags have a lot recently. Now this word have. So which verb of go should we use? You can say whenever if we have, it's talking about what? About the present perfect. So present perfect goes with verb 3 of go. That is the past participle. So the correct will be what? Has gone up. Have gone up. So this will be the answer here. It should be gone up. So gone up. Okay. Now pause the recording while you complete the rest of the exercise. When you finish, then you look at the answers. Okay, so now let's look at the answers. So these are the answers. A is gone up, B going on, went for, went back, and then go over, and then go ahead. Okay. Yes. Okay. So now we can now move to the next activity. And let me clear this. So we have activity 9 here says, now complete this letter with some of the phrasal verbs from 7. The phrasal verbs here, this is 7. Some of the phrasal verbs from here, we use them to complete more than one answer may be possible. So you can have more than one answer for any question, more than one answer. So let's do the first one. Dear again, last night, Maria and I club, and when you describe an activity with ing at the end, uh, you know what we use. Um, yes, that is what can we use? Look at the phrasal verbs here. We normally use the word go with active with this. We must change the form this thing because of last night of the verb go. The activity we use ing go with them, go clubbing. But it's last night. So what will it be? You can see that the correct answer will be we change go out. That is to go out for entertainment. You change to go to the past. So it should be went out. So the first answer will be went out. Yes. So now you can pause the recording for some minutes while you complete the rest before you you look at the answers. So pause the recording and then complete the rest. Okay, now let's look at the answers. So these are the answers to questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And on that note, we've come to the end of this lesson. Thank you, and hope to see you